Hello plant lovers, this is Kelly Love in Cincinnati, Ohio. Zone 6. It's still warm out. It's cooling off a little bit, so I'm out here doing some cleanup. So much to do. I've got some cactus I had to get rid of because they wind up with a disease, and now I gotta toss them all. If I can, I'm gonna experiment with one and put some disease preventing product in the dirt and see about maybe planting some. These were the better ones down here. I actually had soaked them in alcohol. I'm going to see if I can put some systemic type product in the ground and maybe grow some new nice ones, because I really don't want to throw them away, but the majority of these are going to get dumped. The dirt is going to get dumped, and I'm going to clean all of my plots of bleach. I've been plucking off of these plants here. I had some hot habaneros, hot banana peppers out here. These salsa tomatoes, got some in the house already. I've been eating some cherry tomatoes. I plucked all of my green peppers, but there's a little itty bitty baby trying to grow on here. It's so, look at that little cute baby, little bitty one. But that's the last one now. This was my my second round of experimenting with growing vegetables. Pretty successful with the cherry tomatoes, the banana peppers, the green peppers, and also these salsas. I'm just waiting on them to ripen up a little bit. This one is getting there, but wasn't too bad. I've been using weed killer type products in my ground, so I won't be planting in the ground anywhere. So I'm trying to clean up the yard, and it's still a work in progress. I've had a lot of weed cutting, log removal, things chopped up so that we can have all this clear. If we had not done that, you would not see all this in the clearing where you see all the mulch on the ground. All of that was weeds and bushes and vines and all kinds of madness. We cleared a whole lot of that up, and I thank the guys who helped me out, and my children as well. So right now I'm just trying to reorganize some things in the yard. I have more mulch to spread out. First one, my sons got it from the front, which was some mulch that I had done when I chopped up the trees in my township, shredded them, and they dumped it back on my driveway. So I had my sons dump it back, and then I spread it out. And the second time, my twin boy came and dumped it back here, and I spread that out. And now this is my last dump for the season. I won't be excavating anymore because it's a lot of work, and I'm going to have to spread all of that out, which is going to go all on this side. So I'm trying to hesitate in spreading that because I need dirt. I need to level that in a little bit right in the middle of this video where you see it kind of drops down. And some of those logs I'm not concerned about because they're behind my property line in that spot right there. So anyway, I'll probably just see if I can get a little bit of dirt back there. But I'm also gonna have this area dug up and graded a little bit so I can put a gravel patio out here. And the same guys that just recently came back and dumped out the mulch in the back for me, they're missionaries, and they're going to come back here and they're going to help me by leveling this out for me, and I'm going to try to have it all marked and ready for them to come out here and kind of grade it with pack the dirt a little higher on the wall by the house and kind of give it a little slight slope. A B. Sorry, it's a B. But anyway, I'm trying to clean up. Got my garbage cans here. I would rather not have them there, but I gotta get some plants out of this pot, put the pot away, put that in the ground. I have a yarrow in the center of that I'm gonna plant in the ground. I'm not sure if I want to put that silver mound, but you can only see a little bit of the green left on that that's hanging over the pot. I may stick that in the ground somewhere, I'm not sure, but anyway, working on cleaning up. This is where we had a whole bunch of dirt piled up from digging holes in the yard, planting things, and then all of that got tossed in the back where I'm gonna put more dirt. This was kind of a save my plants, get my tree in the ground, thrown together garden bed, which I'm gonna fine tune next spring. Right now, I may start working a little bit on taking some stuff out of here, but I gotta clean this up. And got plenty of preen in there. And I really do thank the makers of preen. You guys saved my life because it has kept a lot of the weeds down here. It's doing really good, and I put some more down recently. And the more I mix in and I add more mulch and things like that, it's just getting better and better. So it's easier cleaning this up. I tossed some plants back here to save them. They were in some places they didn't seem to do very well in, so I brought them back here, which is my Summer in Paradise hibiscus. These are Gara, I don't remember the first name, and that's my Tiger's Eye sumac. I had it in a pot. It didn't seem to like the pot, so I took it out and I popped it back here. And I need to add some more dirt out here and spread this out, but I wanted to save them right before it rained, so I just kind of got them out here. And I still got to finish cleaning this up, pulling weedy stuff out, and just making it a lot nicer as I get some more mulch in here. So very soon, right when it starts to get cold, I'm going to mulch this real well back here and figure out how I'm going to shape this, because this was where all the weeds and vines and thorn bushes and things were back here, and unnecessary weed trees. But it's so nice and clear now, and this is kind of like my temporary throw this over here until I get to a section. So I got all my shade plants, moved them off the side of the house and put them here under the tree. And I don't know if I'm gonna put them in the ground or not, but if I do, it'll be next year. But anyway, and I'm gonna paint this here. I'm gonna clean it up and paint it. Somebody gave that to me for free, so I'm gonna get that cleaned up. Big old mound, I'll come back to that later. As you can see, I got orange mark back there because there's stumps that need to be ground down. So I'm trying to see when I can get that done, so I'm not doing much back there yet. The rest of this, I gotta organize it, fine tune those 2 garden spots I put back here by this deck. And we're gonna be working on that, trying to get the railings, the post back up, get some stairs right there so we can come off of it on this end. And these 2 garden areas here, this is the no dig thing where I put the cardboard down, drop some manure on top, some topsoil and some mulch. And I'm gonna put a couple things in there and just not do much to it till spring, but I think I'm gonna line it up temporarily with those bricks until I really decide what I wanna do. Because I'm not rich, a lot of this stuff I do myself, so it's gonna take a little bit at a time to get it cleaned up. Eventually that dune grass and those pots there, I'm gonna figure out what I'm gonna do with those. I just can't put those in the ground because they'll take over the whole neighborhood. So right now they'll just stay in the pots. And again, this is gonna be cleared up to become a patio, gravel patio. And down this way, it's gonna be a gravel walkway here that's gonna meet up with the patio section here. So next Thursday, what's today? It is Saturday, October something. All I know is next week is Friday. It's October 15th, my birthday on Friday, so whatever, I'm tired. Anyway, my banana trees. I gotta clean this up, add some more dirt over here. Some of these pots are gonna either go somewhere else or inside, which my candles will probably go inside. And I have some banana pups I need to dig up, so I'm gonna do that soon and repot and just bring them inside if I have to. Some of these things here, these yuccas are actually gonna be kind of patio decor, so I kept them in pots instead of putting them in the ground so I can shuffle them around. Now my son, that's my oldest child, Daryl, he's cutting the grass for him, and I have him cutting it really low because I need to treat the grass. Some of these things here kind of grew on their own. Some random seeds come up, which is my Dragis Racelosia, and I love them. And I'm gonna probably stick them in the back in those little garden areas. That's my son's loud music. Anyway, some of this stuff is gonna go inside, and some of it's gonna go in the ground in other areas. So the Russian sage, relentless. I had to dig that deep and get all that out. Try to replant it someplace else in the back. We thought we got it all, but we didn't. some of these things are gonna go inside. I'm gonna repot these and see if I can't keep these peppers or King Tuts inside. And I have the Prince Tut in the back, and I'm gonna try to see if I can keep those growing inside. And right now, just cleaning up, and I need to get some weeds out of there. And clean all this stuff up. This sumac ain't doing too bad right there. And I love this little spot. I think this of my newest things, I think this is my favorite little piece right here in the front. And I wanted something that I could enjoy in the wintertime, so that came out really cute. I did a no dig. Well, actually, it started out, I dug holes for the Little Devil 9 bark, which is right in the middle. And then this, I think this is a false cypress out here. Didn't have a name on the bucket, but I'm thinking from what I've seen that's a false cypress. I dug a hole for that. I dug big old holes for these arborvitaes, but then what I did to have all of them meet together, I just put some cardboard down between them all, and then I dropped a bunch of manure, some topsoil, and some mulch, and I like how that came out. And I had some rocks in a spot. My aunt's neighbor had a home built next to her, so I just went out, collected some rocks since they had cleared the ground, and I just grabbed the rocks and I just stuck them out here and popped some lights out, so that turned out kind of cute. But I gotta keep it clean, so I still haven't edged it to separate that from the ground. I just been doing a little at a time, so right now the grass is all up on it, but I'm eventually, probably won't be till next spring, be able to actually fine tune it all. But that's it right there. I like that. This over here, I think I'm gonna fix this up for Halloween. I'm not really a Halloween person, but since this I had to clear up a spot where the things, what you call them, little animals, the moles keep tearing up my grass, and you can see in my grass, you see some of those brown spots. This is like the most beautiful grass in the world, but the animals have been ripping through here, making holes, tearing it up. And I had my son cutting it very low today so that I could treat it for the cold weather to keep the fungus from happening and give it a little fertilizer. And we've got this grass down here. I can't, sweet flag, I believe. It likes water, so I stuck this down here because the water likes to drain down here and pool at this end, so I put that there to kind of drink up some of that water. This is my daisy. It's growing back. I brought it pretty beat up, and I just kind of trimmed it up a little bit, so I expect for that to grow back next year and look pretty nice. But I think I'm gonna make this like a little spooky Halloween spot, and I'm gonna put some Halloween stuff out here for little kids this year. I'm not gonna make it too scary, but because they're all small, but I'm gonna kind of fix this up and sit out this year and pass out some candy and maybe put me a headstone or a skeleton or something and some pumpkins out here until I finish this, because this is not done. I plan on expanding this into a better shape, but I just did that to keep from having to plant more grass, because I did put down sod and grass and it just didn't, I'm good at that, but it didn't work because the animals came and ate it up. So right now it's just a plop of mulch with a couple plants in it, and that's gonna be totally different next spring. So next time I make a video, this is gonna be fabulous. Getting the grass cut super low again by my son so that I could run some bug killing stuff in here and some Malorganite so that it can help keep the fungus down. And I'm gonna trim that up with the trimmer later on, clean up around those bricks there. And since I changed this garden bed, I like it. I had other things in here, but I changed it up a little bit, and I had the larger Russian sage, but I didn't like it because it was just so overgrown and it just took over everything and plopped all over the ground. So I dug them out and I went and bought these denim and lace, and I like those a lot better. I like how they look next to the sumac, and I love this grass. That's different. I think I'm gonna keep that, and then I've got these false indigo. I like those too, and that's a summer wine 9 bark. I'm hoping that that's gonna look a lot nicer by spring. These here are the bushes. I have 2 each of those that you see here. I don't know where I'm putting them yet. And I love all plants, so I grab everything. So I just had to put it in the pot just to keep it alive until I figure out where I want it to go. This zebra was like a beanstalk, and I just recently cut it down because it was like tall as the house. And I'm gonna take this out altogether because it's getting too big and it's taking up too much room. So I'm loving the lavender. It smells so wonderful. It's a little woody, and I didn't know much about them when I first put them in, so I didn't realize that I needed to cut them back in the fall. So my plan is I'm gonna cut part of it back to the closer to the ground to see what happens and leave a little bit intact, probably in the back, and see how it grows. And if it recovers, then I may cut the rest the next time. But right now, I'm just gonna let it be until I figure out if I want to take it out, move it, or do what I'm doing. I don't know. So this stuff in here, I don't even want to talk about it. I'm gonna figure it out in a minute. I don't know. And this over here, some of these things did not do what I needed them to do. One of my lavenders died. I actually had put this together before I went to Myrtle Beach this summer, and the water situation didn't work out, and my daughter only gave him a cup or two of water. So one of my lavenders died, which is here. This one, half of it is still alive, so we'll see what happens. And I've got the variety in there, which I only had pieces. I separated pieces and just popped it in the ground to see if maybe next year it'll come back. My irises, these are the variegated irises with the pretty purple flower. Those are doing fine. I took them out for a moment just to kind of clean this up, and I used the tiller to kind of go through here and add some more soil in here. And irises are doing fine. They're pretty strong. I'm not sure if they're gonna stay there, but I just put them back in the ground just to keep them living. So, and this grass, the Japanese silvergrass, I don't really know what I want to do. I just popped it there so the yard wouldn't look a mess while it was gone. I love the Millennium Allium. I like those. This is my what do you call this? Agastache or butterfly bush. I don't know what this thing want to do. I've had it in the pot, I've had it in another garden, and it just doesn't seem to stay green and stay orange. It keeps coming and going, so I'm gonna have to probably move it again. Alliums can stay. The stone crop probably will come back better next year. Looking a hot mess right now again. They didn't get anywhere. Everything was drying up. And I got the Tropicanas. They're probably okay at the root, and I'll just see them next year. So this garden bed needed to be redone, so I just wanted to put something in there, or put plants in that I wanted to save. It didn't save too much of anything, but anyway, I don't know. We'll figure it out later. And I got roses in pots and shade plants in pots. I'm removing those, and I'm gonna get on away from all this noise. So right now, just trying to clean up, get prepared for this cool weather that's on its way, and get all this stuff off the driveway. A lot of these things, again, is gonna be probably put in the back off the driveway, and some things in the garage over winter. And then I got to dig out these flowers and put them in the back. I'm gonna put those in those two garden spots I put back there by my deck. And there's another wild one in my garden over here. They just, dormant seeds just pop up. So anyway, that's that for now. And I'm just trying to document all this foolishness going on in my yard. So stay tuned. I'll be back. Have a blessed day.